Are you selling a house with a reverse mortgage? If so, you're going to want to watch this video to learn all about the potential pitfalls.
Reverse mortgages often seem like a great solution.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering how to unlock the value of your home? You've worked hard to pay off that mortgage, and now the big question is, how do you make the most out of your property in retirement? Do you sell your home to downsize, or should you consider a reverse mortgage to stay put and tap into your home's equity? Let's take a closer look at these two popular options, selling your home or getting a reverse mortgage, and help you understand which one might be right for your retirement plan. But before start watching this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. The traditional route, selling your home. For many, selling a home is the go-to way to access the equity you have built over the years. It's the classic choice, one that feels straightforward and familiar. However, is it really the best option? When you sell your home, you are essentially unlocking the entire value of your property, minus the selling fees, of course. But here's where it gets interesting. As you look at downsizing, moving into a smaller property, condo, or perhaps a rental unit, there's more to think about than just the price tag. Why do people sell? When you decide to sell your home, you can use the profit from the sale to either supplement your retirement income or reinvest it. This might sound like a solid option, especially if your house has appreciated significantly in value over the years. Imagine a chunk of money just waiting for you to use for your retirement. But it's not as easy as just deciding to sell. The emotional toll of letting go of your longtime home can be harder than expected. Years of memories, familiar surroundings, and the life you've built in that space can't be measured in dollars. How do you weigh that? Costs and challenges you didn't see coming. Then there's the practical side to selling. The costs can pile up. From realtor fees to legal fees, repairs, and even staging, the financial load of selling your house adds up quickly. Even though you could profit handsomely from the sale, the money you make from selling could be significantly reduced by these hidden costs. Also, let's not forget about the hassle. Selling your home means moving to a new place, adjusting to a new environment, and potentially leaving behind a community where you've lived for decades. The stress of moving, especially if you've lived in the same house for many years, is something that not everyone is prepared for. Reverse mortgages, a modern solution with some catch. So, what if you could access the equity in your home without leaving it behind? This is where reverse mortgages come into play. This option allows you to unlock a portion of your home's equity and convert it into tax-free cash. And the best part? You can stay right where you are. Imagine getting money for retirement without the need to sell your beloved home. Sounds good, right? But there's a catch, and this is where the decision becomes tricky. How does a reverse mortgage work? A reverse mortgage allows homeowners 55 and older to access a portion of their home's equity. The key difference here is that you're not selling your property. You're using it as collateral for a loan that doesn't need to be repaid until you sell, move out, or pass away. You can receive the funds in a lump sum, monthly installments, or as a line of credit, depending on what works best for you. But here's the big question. How does the loan repayment affect your estate? And what about interest? The not-so-clear side of reverse mortgages. While reverse mortgages allow you to stay in your home and access funds, the interest begins to accrue over time. Since you're not making regular payments, the interest compounds, which means the loan balance increases as time goes on. This can become a bit of a financial burden for your heirs when the time comes for repayment. Another downside is that the money you owe is taken from the sale of your home. This means that the amount your heirs will receive after you pass away could be significantly reduced. Additionally, reverse mortgages come with setup costs such as legal fees and appraisals, although they're generally lower than the costs involved in selling your home. A side-by-side comparison. How do they stack up? By now, you might be wondering how the two options really compare. Both selling your home and opting for a reverse mortgage have their merits, but they also come with distinct advantages and disadvantages. So, let's break them down. When selling your home, you get to access 100% of the equity, minus any selling fees. You're free to use that money however you see fit. On the flip side, reverse mortgages give you access to a smaller portion, typically between 20% to 55% of your home's value, but you get to stay in your home. The impact on your finances will vary greatly depending on whether you decide to sell or take out a reverse mortgage. But there's another wrinkle to consider. When you sell, you walk away with your money, and that's it. But with a reverse mortgage, while you get access to funds, you're still carrying a loan that will eventually need to be repaid. Plus, there's that interest that keeps accumulating. Now let's talk about the emotional side of things. If you sell your home, you'll be saying goodbye to a place that may have been a part of your life for many years. That emotional toll is not insignificant. On the other hand, with a reverse mortgage, you get to stay where you are in the home you love and continue living your life as you always have. Which option is right for you? Now here's the million-dollar question. Which option is the best for you? Selling your home or getting a reverse mortgage? The answer really depends on your lifestyle, financial goals, and emotional readiness for change. When to choose selling your home? If you're ready for a fresh start or want to downsize, selling your home might be the right choice for you. If the emotional tie to your current home is minimal and you're looking for a clean break, this route gives you full access to your home's equity. Plus, you can reinvest the proceeds and potentially use them to fund your retirement. If you're also looking to move closer to family or relocate to a different community, selling could be the perfect solution. When to choose a reverse mortgage? However, if your goal is to stay in your home, continue enjoying your surroundings, and avoid the disruption of moving, then a reverse mortgage may be your ideal option. This route allows you to unlock cash from your home's equity without parting with your space. And since there are no monthly payments, you can maintain financial flexibility, allowing you to stay in control of your retirement planning. Real-life example, a case study. Let's take a look at Nancy's story to see how this works in real life. Nancy, 68, owns a home in Oakville valued at $800,000. She was contemplating selling her home to downsize into a smaller condo, but then she realized that moving would mean giving up the garden she loved, her friendly neighbors, and the walkable neighborhood she had grown accustomed to. Instead of selling, Nancy took out a cheap reverse mortgage and accessed $320,000 in tax-free funds. Not only did this help her with retirement income, but it also allowed her to stay in the home she cherished. Plus, she was able to help her daughter with a down payment on her first home. Nancy managed to maintain her lifestyle and access the money she needed without moving an inch. Which path should you choose? In the end, the choice between selling your home and taking out a reverse mortgage really comes down to personal preference. If you're ready to leave behind the memories of your longtime home and embrace a new chapter, selling may be the way to go. But if you want to stay in your home and access the equity without the hassle of moving, a reverse mortgage might be your best bet. So are you still not sure what's the best option for you? Book a free consultation with a Legacy Unlocked advisor today. We'll help you figure out your options with no pressure, just clear, honest advice. And thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more ways to make the most of your retirement.